So guys, welcome back again to the channel. We all know that a lot of things has been going on in South Africa, how the government of South Africa have been, in fact, Jacinta and her crew have been chasing away foreigners from their country. So recently, the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, brought out a list of African countries that can travel to South Africa without needing a visa. And people are asking him, why is he doing that now? Why did he decide to bring out lists of countries that can travel to South Africa without needing a visa? Is it that the South African economy is collapsing, so they need more people to come? They want to open this visa free so that more investors or more people from different African countries can come in. And some other people are asking this question. Is it not the same people? South Africans are chasing away foreigners from their country. So why are they bringing out lists for African countries that can come into their country without having a visa? It is confusing. When I tell you guys that Cyril Ramaphosa is a confused set of person, he's one of the most confused African presidents that we ever see in Africa. Please believe me. You people are having xenophobic attacks. You people are chasing away foreigners from your country, and you are bringing out lists of African countries that you want to travel to your country. But let's take a look at some of the lists and find out if your country is in the list, and will you be going if your country is there? If they should give you this visa free to your country, are you going to be going to South Africa? Let's find out. And please, as you're watching, please also where to like. I want you guys to like this video, share this video. I want to see your comments in the comment section, because your comments keeps me going. I want to see your comments, share this video, and please subscribe. Let's get to 30,000 subscribers. We can do it. We can do it, UJ gang. Let's check out the list South African President Cyril Ramaphosa released recently, and we will be right back.
Okay, the government of South Africa have released the number of countries that can enter in the country on visa free, and these are the names of the countries which have been, released. But unfortunately, on this list, Nigeria is not there, Congo DR is not there, Ghana is not there, including Egypt also is not there. Like, what is really going on right now?
South Africans have introduced visa-free policy for some African countries. But why now? There are people over there beating people up, telling them to leave their country. And boom, visa-free for some African countries. Here is the thing though. South Africa doesn't attract tourism anymore. It doesn't attract investors anymore. It doesn't attract even normal African citizens. They don't want to visit South Africa anymore. And some money where they come through there, don't they stop? Because nobody they come in. They know they get money through that process anymore. And they be like, okay, let's make it visa free for these African countries. Let them come. We are not coming. We are not coming. So your people will start beating us up. Me, all those Zulu Agberos, they use stick the white person for head. We know they come. We not say this South African government and their citizens, they get this plan together, and I get this plan. We know they come, useless people.
Welcome to Africa Explained. A story about South Africa's 2026 visa-free list is spreading rapidly across Africa. But many viewers are asking the most important question. What actually changed? The answer is that there does not appear to be a completely new 2026 law suddenly granting visa-free access to selected African countries. South Africa already had an official visa exemption schedule. Media outlets recently republished that schedule as a list that applies in 2026, making an existing policy appear like a brand new announcement. Some viral reports have also mixed together ordinary passports, diplomatic passports, and official government passports. That creates confusion because a country may appear on the list even though its ordinary citizens still need visas. Nigeria is a good example. Ordinary Nigerian passport holders have generally required a visa before traveling to South Africa. Nigeria was not recently removed from ordinary visa-free access in 2026. It simply remains outside the general ordinary passport waiver. Certain Nigerian diplomatic or official passport holders may receive exemptions, but that does not mean all Nigerian travelers can enter without visas. Many of the African countries now being discussed already had visa-free arrangements before 2026. Southern African neighbors such as Botswana, Namibia, Lesotho, Eswatini, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Mozambique, and Zambia have benefited from long-standing regional or bilateral arrangements. The more recent major changes happened in 2023. Kenyan ordinary passport holders gained short-stay visa-free access beginning in January 2023. Ghana and South Africa introduced a reciprocal visa waiver in November 2023. That agreement allows ordinary passport holders to travel for tourism or business for a combined period of up to 90 days within 12 months. It does not allow them to take employment or settle permanently. So why Ghana and Kenya, but not Nigeria? Because visa-free travel is normally negotiated between governments. Countries consider reciprocity, passport security, immigration compliance, deportation cooperation, tourism, trade, and diplomatic relations. Ghana and Kenya reached ordinary passport agreements with South Africa. Nigeria and South Africa have not yet announced an equivalent agreement for ordinary travelers. This does not prove that South Africa considers all Nigerians undesirable. It means the two governments have not concluded the same kind of bilateral deal. South Africa is making other immigration changes. The government is introducing more digital processing, electronic travel authorization, and reforms aimed at tourists, skilled workers, and remote workers. But those reforms should not be confused with a new visa-free law for African countries. And what about the recent anti-immigrant protests? Those protests did not create the visa-free list. They are connected to a wider argument over undocumented migration, unemployment, crime, and access to public services. A visa-free visitor is still subject to immigration control. The person may be asked for a valid passport, return ticket, accommodation, proof of funds, and the purpose of the visit. Entry can still be refused. Visa-free access also does not grant permission to work, study, or live permanently in South Africa. So what really changed in 2026? Based on the official information available, very little changed in the ordinary African visa exemption list itself. The main development was that an existing list was republished and went viral, while wider immigration reforms and anti-migrant tensions made the subject more controversial. For Nigerians, the real question is not why Nigeria was suddenly removed. It is why Nigeria and South Africa, two of Africa's largest economies, have still not reached a reciprocal short-stay visa waiver agreement for ordinary citizens. That is the question both governments would need to answer. Thank you for watching AfriLens Daily. If you value factual, balanced, and timely news from across Africa and around the world, please follow our page, like this video, and share it with others. Your support helps us continue bringing you the stories that...
Hey, breaking news! South Africa is now offering 32 African countries free visa. South Africa, we thought you said we should go back to our country. Now we are back in our country. You are offering us free visa to come to your country. I've said this since day one. South Africa will suffer. South Africa will suffer for choosing to work like this in their country, punishing Africans, attacking Africans, beating and killing innocent Africans, beating and killing innocent foreigners. Now South African president is begging African nation, South African president is begging people from Africa to come back to his country. Hey, Mr. Malema, we are not coming back to your country. We don't need South Africa. Now South Africa need us. We don't need South Africa. But at first, you guys were saying, South Africa don't need you guys. Yes, go back to your country. Now everybody is back to their country and you are offering us free visa? Oh, no, sorry, Mr. Malema. No, you know Ghana.
When I tell you guys that South African president is one of the most confused set of presidents, in fact, one of the most confused African presidents I've ever seen. You guys are still going on, are still having issues with these xenophobic attacks in your country, Jacinta and her gang chasing away foreigners, and still some of these African countries that you put in your visa free, some of them are still outside their consulate, like their embassy, waiting for their country to repatriate them, and you are granting them visa free. Zimbabwe's are there, a lot of Malawis are there, a lot of these countries are still outside because they are being chased away from their apartment by Jacinta and her gang, and you all are bringing out lists for Africans to be able to come into your country for visa for free without having to get a visa. Tell me if this is not a confused president. If you want to even do it, start from the people that are still in South Africa, people that have not been repatriated back home. Give them this visa, let them stay in your country and renew their papers for them. No, if you actually want to do this visa free of a thing, start from the people that are still stranded, people that are still outside, come rain, come shine, in your country first. Guys, what do you think? Because for me, this calls for concern, because I've never seen a president like this. People are stranded in your country. Zimbabweans are outside, Malawis, in fact, Ugandans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, and you are putting out a list for African countries that can visit your country without getting a visa. Please make it make sense to me. South African people, you people are confused. Seriously.